You know, I said I wasn't gonna do another Just Pearly Things, but I definitely lied again because I've been preached did it, and I have to react to it. Let's go.
I am going to be reacting to Avin Preach's hit piece on me.
When you have a house, there's a lot of chores. There's a lot of shit to do around the house. A lot. And she works all day bringing that paper, that stack. And then she goes home and she still got to do some work. It's gonna take a toll. And she doesn't feel like it's separated at work. Like she doesn't feel like the work is equally separated at home. It's gonna be a burden. It's definitely going to be a burden.
And see, like, this is the thing. A lot of these reaction channels will try to nitpick, and they'll be like, well, if she's working, the chores are going to be hard. Guys, marriage is supposed to be hard. And I've told this story, like, many times on my channel, so I'm just going to tell it again. There's a relative of mine, and this relative was married for 50 years. And this woman did not believe in divorce. Like, it was just not an option in her book. And her husband actually left the family for another woman. And she prayed to God for a solution because that was her belief. She did not believe in she did not believe in divorce. So her husband leaves and the side chick died. He came home and she didn't throw it over his head. She asked where they went wrong in the marriage and how they could fix it. And that's the thing, like a lot of
Ain't no way. That woman should have left that man. I don't know what era that was, but ain't no way. You in the wrong era. That ain't it.
A lot of times people in our generation are so quick to throw in the towel. Like people used to have their husbands go to war.
Is your idea of commitment staying married until death do us part to somebody who left you for another person?
Right.
What? Fellas, if your wife leaves you for another woman and tries to get married with that person and they're together for a long time,
I'm going back to her and saying, how can I make this work, baby? I will do anything you ask me to do. Please, baby. I beg of you. How can we get this thing to work out together?
And the other man dies and she tried to come back. Are you a great husband for waiting?
Yep.
But you expect the woman to do that.
They would have called that man a whole ass cuck.
A simp.
A simp.
They would have called him Sneeko. Listen, Just Lonely Things over here, okay, without her man, okay?
Just Lonely
It's telling you to wait lonely by yourself years for a husband who not coming home.
The jokes are crazy.
Oh, then you have to go home, then you have to cook. Yeah, you have to cook. Then you have to clean. Then you have to put the kids to bed. Then you have to.
But do you hear how spoiled we are? Do you hear how spoiled this sounds? Like people used to get divorced for real reasons, like the death of a child. You know, my husband's mistress. And now it's because you're frustrated over a messy house.
Whoa. Now it's my husband's. But you just talked about how your parents stayed together. Not your parents, but somebody that you knew went back to her husband even though they were cheating. So are you with it or not with it?
But after a couple of weeks, it's really fast for you to be drained. You figure to yourself, why not drain?
But that's a choice. You can allow it to drain you or you cannot.
Just keep it rolling.
No.
Said you're drained? That's a choice. You think being physically exhausted is a choice?
I've lived with all different types of people, I swear. I always had different roommates in college. And it really is a choice at the end of the day.
Because
and I grew up with 9 siblings, 9. I'm telling you, shit can be worked out.
This is coming from
You lived in a mansion.
a girl who grew up in a mansion and has
okay, he said it without me.
And he paid all her bills. She's trying to tell you guys where physical exhaustion comes from. One of the most fucking privileged people in America is telling you physical exhaustion is in your brain.
And they pointed this out on their last video that she don't do this with no other race but the black people. Why is that? She don't sit down with Spanish women, Asian women, white women. It's literally black women. She probably got some white women on her show. My fault. But it's usually black women. Why is that? When all races across the board have this same problem.
Imagining it.
Again, I'm not really attacking like what he's saying. It's more of the mindset behind it.
The relationship is.
I mean, and for a guy that's big on stats, okay, this is the stat man. Because again, number 2, right? Then so I feel like most opinions will come from lived real world experience. Second thing is studies. When you're not sure, you look at studies. I'm going to read this. This is from CBS News, all right? Does the sight of men doing traditional female chores turn women off? A new study suggests that the more time men spend on household tasks, the less sex they have. Our findings suggest the importance of socialized gender roles for sexual frequencies in heterosexual marriage. Lead author Sarbino Corich, junior researcher at the Center for Advanced Studies at the Juan March Institute in Madrid, said in a press release, couples in which men participate in more household work typically done by women report having sex less frequently. Similarly,
All right, you're getting on my nerves now.
More sex than their forebears did are those who are both getting busy with the household duties. Why do chores change anything? Here we go. The evidence shows that men do a greater share of household chores, share of household work. Women's perception of the relationship, fairness, and satisfaction are greater. Listen, anybody who's dated women, and this is why I say she's a child who has no real life experience. Anybody who's been in a relationship knows, bro, when you do something for your girl, the girl wants to fuck you way more. Simple. You go pick her up from a spot. You bring her food when she least expect it. You clean before she even get back. She wants to fuck even more. Why? Because you made life easier. It's the same.
Damn. This ain't even a real reaction video for me because, damn, these are facts. It's like as soon as I'm about to say something, he'll just say it as soon as that was just, damn.
Thing for dudes. Like, yo, when my girl make me food, you best believe I'm looking, hey, you sexy motherfucker with that spatula in your hand. Let's replace that with some D, right? I remember one time my girl, I just came up, she'd already folded all my clothes that I never even asked her to do. She was staying over the weekend. She's out, she folded when I wasn't even looking. Yo, best believe I beat that shit up, gave her another reason to do some laundry. But Just Lonely Things over here wouldn't know that. Even though she's a nerd who says, the studies back me up. You have selective hearing. You have selective reading. You look for studies that back up your claim, not looking for anything else. Nobody takes one singular study and thinks that's real. You have to do dozens of studies. Other researchers have to take your studies and back up that data and see if it changes based off location, if it's double blind, everything like that. Reading a single study doesn't make you smart. It does.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie. Abba is really fucking smart. I been knew this, but this kind of just backs it up right here. Like this is definitely smart. Since this is basically a listening party, and I really don't got too much to add to this motherfucker, we'll just listen to Abba and preach, and you'll see a live reaction. Because I thought I would have something to say or to have some input in this month, but I don't. At least not yet.
Doesn't mean you're right. It just means there's evidence that, hey, this theory might be true. But you need to test that theory. This is why I say this girl's a grifter and an idiot. If she doesn't.
Testing the theory is a fact. Okay. This is why I advocate for AMS. Because everything that he said, I have tested out there in the abyss, in the field, out there touching grass. Listen. A lot of stuff that AMS says is true when it comes to dating. The only thing I don't recommend is his texting strategy. That is awful. So Abba is right. Even though you see some studies, you got to go out there and test it to make sure that it works.
Doesn't know how to read studies even though she cites them often. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's a goober. Her pulling up studies like this in a disingenuous manner as if she's done her research, she hasn't. You know what she did? She went on Google, she went to imright.com, and that's it. We got a past, according to her own words, a past prime 26-year-old who's not married, not dating, doesn't know how to dress, doesn't know how to groom herself, talking about she want to run wife school and teach people how to be eligible for marriage. The bitch don't know what the fuck she's talking about, and she don't know how to walk the walk. Because I ain't never seen no dude say this girl's marriageable or they'd want to. This girl's everything she preaches against.
What the?
Oh, hi. Yeah. You know, summer is coming out and things are going to be pretty hot for your skin. And you don't want to use anything that's going to be able to, you know, ouch. Hot. That's going to be able to hurt your skin. You want something soft. You know what I mean? Come here. That's why TH Henley has the product for you. Yeah, you do not.
Oh shit, yo.
24 hours, you work 18. It's a place where I'm supposed to rest. I don't feel like I'm rested. I feel like I'm always doing the job. Not only.
But see, listen to him talk. Me. Me before the family. Me first. I'm this, I'm that. But what about your kid? What about the children? And this is the problem with a lot of these reaction and like commentary channels is, you know, they look at it with a me perspective instead of the family first.
I'm coming back home and I still gotta work. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely gonna be a problem. And motherfuckers are gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna get me someone that's actually a partner.
Like a lot of times women will keep score, but we don't talk about what the men do. It's always about all we do for them, but a lot of times women don't even realize how much men do for us. And I'll give you guys an example, okay? When I was younger, my dad, he worked a lot. And it was actually really hard for me when I was younger because he would go to India for like weeks at a time. I remember there was a time in like my childhood where I questioned like, you know, if my dad loved me. And I was like, but mom, he's gone or whatever. And she's like, you just got out of volleyball. What did he do? He pulled the car up for you. Oh, he just took your bags to the car. He pays for this. He pays for that. Like, and she just, oh my gosh, she humbled me so hard. I think this is common with women where we don't see a lot of times like the stuff that men do for us day to day because we don't notice it. And we just start counting and keeping score of all the stuff we do for them instead of looking at what they do for us. But again, this goes back into the problem with the culture is it's me before the family.
If your dad was gone for half a year in India and came back the fuck home and the children was dirty and the house was dirty, he would have left that girl. But your mom was doing some shit. Chores. Your mom was taking care of y'all and humbling your ass. Chores. Your mom was feeding.
Damn, preach. That's good.
A big ass burden to someone when they come back home and they want to commit divorce. You got that right.
Yeah, I think the only way you could ever think that is if you haven't ever lived with anyone and you haven't lived with a significant other. That's the only way you could talk like that. Hell, roommates. forget a significant other. Y'all ever live with roommates?
And see, this is the thing. Like, they go into personal attacks. So now they're trying to insinuate I've never lived with the guy. They're trying to insinuate I've never had roommates, which it's actually funny because I grew up with 9 siblings. Like, 9. Who's lived with more personalities than me?
No,
We're playing.
No, that's not a good. No, actually, let me hear what Abba gotta say. That ain't a good one, right? That's not. No. You're not paying nothing. You're not dealing with. No. You lived in a mansion, sweetheart.
We said roommates. She said siblings. We say roommates. I live with people. We talk about roommates and we talk about relationships. And your rebuttal is your sisters and brothers.
Oh man, you could damn near cut the video off right now.
That's the same thing as living with somebody.
That killed me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You could have said something. You could have said college for the roommates part, and then the relationship part. You probably could have just left that out, I guess. But damn, you didn't even say college. You said,
yo, Pearl is unintended comedy. Like, this girl is so stupid and confidently stupid that when she speaks, you just be like, no way that she said that.
Is it good to get divorced over chores? Is that good for a society? Is that a good message? And this is what they'll do is they'll say, oh, well, but this, but that, then don't get married. That's my argument. Why would you get married and take those vows?
Or how about this argument? If you're going to get married, do your fucking chores. How about that? If you're going to get married to somebody, do your labor. How about?
Well, I'll put it like this. I got one for you. Hold on, let me see if they say it.
How about live up to your responsibilities, which are to do your part in a relationship? How about that? You're celebrating your aunt who decided to stay with a man who left her for another woman. You think that's a great thing? How about we encourage men not to leave their wives for another woman?
Yes.
How about that?
That's a fact. Okay, so here's my theory, okay? These women do not want to be stay-at-home wives, all right? So check this out. For the woman that work and for the man that work, how about she pays for cleaning service and she pays for meal preps. Hopefully y'all stay in a good location where there's healthy food out. You know, she pays for to eat out and you pay for the rest of the bills at the house. Since nobody else has came up with this solution yet, because, you know, we're dealing with a new age woman right now. maybe that's a solution. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is.
Like this is such a manosphere grift. This is such a man-slanted grift where it's just like, why would these women quit? Why wouldn't these men put in the effort? Why wouldn't these women clean up after them fucking selves in their marriages?
Because we're kings.
You know what I mean? This is such a victim mentality. No, bitch, we're telling you to take accountability and do your fucking labor. Pick up your trash. Do your fucking dishes. Eat your food and then wash them.
Women are in the right. And I just want to read marriage vows just to remember, because again, I take you, so-and-so, to be my wife/husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part.
Yeah.
Love and cherish. Don't forget.
And listen, sweetheart, everybody breaks up for every one of those reasons.
Get that part. You know where you ain't fucked up? Love and cherish.
The man takes the same vows as the woman, and he says the same things, and he left the marriage for another woman. And yeah.
You not doing any of the work when you're on the shift? Is that cherishing somebody? Marriage is not just vows, it's labor you put in every day. And our point is, if you don't do the labor, then you're not actually holding your wedding vows. Just being present doesn't mean you're actually present. You actually have to be engaged. I can say I'm here.
Yo, Abba. Yo, Abba.
The chemistry on these two niggas is crazy right now.
Dude.
Am I really here? Have a child.
These two are, yeah, they got it.
Let them try to talk to you and be on your phone your whole time. See if that child feels seen. Just because you're present doesn't mean you're really fucking there. And just because you took vows doesn't mean you actually upheld them. It ain't enough to sign a fucking piece of paper. Bitch, you gotta work every single day.
Abba and Preach, ladies and gentlemen. They did it again. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. I really did not have too much to input on that. They done said everything. I honestly thought they were gonna get grilled, but they did the grilling yet again.